Welcome to Hawk's Eye View, a look at some of the interesting people at the campus of the University of Maryland Eastern Shore.
Hello, welcome to Hawk's Eye View, and I'm your host, Micaiah. And today we're here with Cory Clinton to discuss his clothing line. Cory, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
So we know that you have a clothing line. What is the name and what is the inspiration behind it?
The name of my clothing line is Chaotic Beauty. It's based off of a high school project. We had a theme that we had to make 6 art pieces on. Mm-hmm. I chose destruction, beauty and destruction, and the artworks I made, it really resonated with me. So I was like, you know what, this would be cool to put on a shirt. So I took one of my designs and I put it on the shirt, and that's how we got Chaotic Beauty.
So we know that your major is graphic design. Does that tie to your passion for your clothing line in any way?
Yes. I've been doing art my whole life. Mm-hmm. Once I got into high school, I realized that I wanted to be a graphic designer and make clothes and make posters and stuff like that. I want to actually work for an athletic clothing brand like Under Armour and Nike. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
And I know that we actually have a few photos that you have gave to us, and I just wanted to know, what is the meaning or the context behind them?
So for this one, this is actually my latest drop. I was sitting in my room listening to music. I was like, I need to bring something back out. I have to find something to dive into it. But the one I dropped before this, it wasn't really selling much, and I was like nervous to make a new design. And I was like, well, I can't be scared. This is something I want to do. So I was like, I'm gonna use my emotions to make a shirt. So when I was drawing this and when I was making the shirt, mm-hmm. I was driven by fear. So that's why this stuff is driven by fear, and it has a back as a man diving, mm-hmm. because I just wanted to dive into it. I was driven by the fear of my brand being forgotten before it even started.
I like that. I like that. So I know that, is it just mainly shirts, or is it shirts, hoodies?
Actually, I'm thinking about making new things. Like I want to start doing beanies. Mm-hmm. I want to start incorporating full sweatsuits.
Where do you see yourself within 5 to 10 years with your clothing brand?
In 5 to 10 years, hopefully my clothing brand is big enough that I'm able to have stores in different locations, and I'm shipping out the UK, other states, other countries, stuff like that.
So you spoke briefly that you've worked with brands like Under Armour. What other brands have you worked with, and what do you feel like you've learned from them?
I actually have only worked for Under Armour. Okay. I had one internship with them during the summer. What I've learned from there is that it's a lot of things that goes into making clothing, and it's a long thinking process. We were actually working on fall and winter 24 clothing line in the summer of 23. So it's a very long and tedious process.
So do you feel as though you would ever start like a mentorship program or outreach program for people who inspire to start a clothing line, or who also have a passion for graphic design?
Yeah, I know how hard it was for me, mm-hmm. starting on my own. I had to figure out everything. I had to figure out where to get the shirts, where to print the shirts, how to get the designs exactly how I wanted it to appear on the shirts.
Right.
So, I'll be glad to start something that helps other designers figure out how to start their brand and how to create shirts, because it was so rough for me to start off.
And I remember that you were telling me that you are currently rebranding. So can you just briefly touch on that?
Yes, actually, the new brand will be called Lost Halo. Mm-hmm. The name Lost Halo, it comes from, I kind of just reintroduced myself back into my faith in Christianity. And, the fallen angel is usually represented with not a good person.
Right.
But I didn't want that to be around my brand. So I was like, you know what? I feel as though I lost my faith at one time, but I'm trying to find it again and trying to get back into it. So the name Lost Halo is me trying to find my halo again.
I like that. I like that. And where can, people reach out to you, or where can they find your clothing brand? Are you on any social media platforms?
Yes, my brand currently right now is still chaotic_.beauty on Instagram. It probably won't change until probably like 2-3 weeks.
Gotcha. Thank you again for coming. Thank you all for watching this episode of Hawk's Eye View. We hope you tune in again next time. Have a good day.